Making decisions under pressure is one of the greatest challenges we face in life. Whether in business, sports, emergency situations, or personal dilemmas, the ability to think clearly, act decisively, and trust our instincts can mean the difference between success and failure. The weight of responsibility, the ticking clock, and the uncertainty of the outcome can create overwhelming stress. But pressure is not an enemy. It is an opportunity. It is in these moments that we forge our character, refine our judgment, and develop the courage that defines us. When the stakes are high and the pressure is immense, hesitation can be costly. Yet many people allow fear to paralyze them, waiting for the perfect moment, the absolute certainty, the guarantee of success. But the truth is, certainty is a luxury rarely afforded to those in high-stakes situations. The most successful people in history, from great leaders to elite athletes to brilliant entrepreneurs, did not wait for perfect clarity. They acted. They made decisions based on the best available information, their intuition, and their experience. They understood that inaction is often worse than making a mistake. A wrong decision can be corrected, but indecision leads to stagnation. In moments of pressure, the first step is to control your emotions. Fear, anxiety, and doubt are natural reactions to high-stakes situations, but they do not serve you. They cloud judgment, create hesitation, and lead to self-doubt. The greatest leaders and decision-makers remain calm under pressure. They recognize their emotions, but do not let them dictate their actions. Instead, they take a deep breath, center themselves, and focus on the facts at hand. A calm mind sees solutions that a frantic mind misses. The next key to decision-making under pressure is trusting your instincts. Your brain is a powerful processor, constantly absorbing, analyzing, and categorizing information, even when you are not consciously aware of it. That gut feeling you have, it is not random. It is the sum of your experiences, knowledge, and subconscious observations. Many of the greatest breakthroughs in history came from individuals who followed their instincts even when logic suggested otherwise. This does not mean acting recklessly, but it does mean acknowledging that sometimes your intuition knows what your conscious mind does not. Clarity in the face of chaos comes from prioritization. Not all decisions are equal, and not all factors matter. Under pressure, the ability to quickly identify what is truly important can make all the difference. When time is limited, focus on the key variables that will have the greatest impact. Do not get lost in the noise. Simplify the problem. Ask yourself, what is the single most important factor in this decision? What will create the biggest impact? Strip away the unnecessary details and focus on what truly matters. Action breeds confidence. The more you make decisions under pressure, the more confident you become in your ability to handle difficult situations. This is why experience is so valuable. Those who have faced high-pressure decisions before are less likely to panic because they know they have done it before and can do it again. But even if you lack experience, you can build confidence by taking action. Small decisions lead to bigger decisions. With every choice you make, you are training yourself to be a decisive person. You are developing the muscle of decision-making, and, like any muscle, it strengthens with use. One of the greatest tools for decision-making under pressure is perspective. Pressure creates a tunnel vision that makes everything feel urgent and overwhelming. But taking a step back and asking yourself, what is the worst that can happen, often reveals that the stakes are not as high as they seem. Most decisions are not life or death, and even those that are can be approached with a level-headed mindset. Remind yourself that you have overcome challenges before, and you will overcome this one as well. In high-pressure moments, preparation is your greatest ally. While you cannot predict every challenge, you can prepare yourself to handle the unexpected. The best decision makers in the world are not just quick thinkers, they are prepared thinkers. They study, they train, they analyze past mistakes, and they develop mental models for how to approach different situations. They anticipate obstacles and have contingency plans. They understand that preparation breeds confidence, and confidence leads to decisive action. Pressure is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. It is a test, an opportunity to prove to yourself what you are truly capable of. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fires. The greatest leaders are shaped by adversity. The most resilient people do not run from pressure, they rise to meet it. They recognize that pressure is not an enemy but a sign that they are in a position of responsibility, a place where their choices matter. In the end, decision-making under pressure is about belief. Belief in yourself, belief in your ability to find solutions, belief that no matter what happens, you will learn, grow, and become stronger. Every challenge you face is another opportunity to sharpen your mind, refine your instincts, and strengthen your resilience. So the next time you find yourself in a high-pressure situation, remember this: you are capable, you are prepared, and you have everything you need to make the right choice. Trust yourself, take a deep breath, and move forward with confidence. Pressure is a privilege. It means you are in a position where your choices matter, where your actions have significance. It means that you are pushing your limits, stepping into areas where many fear to tread. The greatest achievers in history, leaders, athletes, warriors, innovators, did not avoid pressure. They sought it. They understood that pressure is where true growth happens, where character is tested, where greatness is forged. In those moments when the weight of a decision is pressing down on you, when the clock is ticking and the stakes feel overwhelming, you must remind yourself that this is your moment. This is what you have prepared for, whether consciously or unconsciously. Every challenge you have faced, every obstacle you have overcome has led you to this point. You are not unprepared. You are not incapable. You have everything you need within you to make the right choice, to take the next step, to move forward with strength and clarity. When making decisions under pressure, the key is to manage your mind. Fear will try to creep in, whispering doubts, creating hesitation, making the problem seem bigger than it actually is. But fear is an illusion. It is a magnifier, making problems look insurmountable when in reality they are just another challenge to be faced. The most successful people in the world have the same fears as everyone else. The difference is, they do not let fear control them. They acknowledge it, but they do not obey it. They move forward despite it. To do this, you must develop a mindset of confidence, a belief that no matter what happens, you will figure it out. Many people think confidence comes from having all the answers, but that is not true. Confidence comes from trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your ability to adapt, trust in your ability to find solutions even when the path is unclear. The more you trust yourself, the more decisive you become, and decisiveness is one of the greatest weapons against pressure. Hesitation kills momentum. It allows doubt to grow, fear to spread, and pressure to mount. The longer you wait to make a decision, the harder it becomes. The mind starts overanalyzing, seeing too many possibilities, getting lost in what-ifs instead of focusing on what is. The best decision makers act quickly, not because they have all the information, but because they understand that action leads to clarity. A moving ship is easier to steer than one sitting still. A decision in motion is easier to adjust than one never made. One of the most powerful tools in high-pressure decision-making is perspective. When pressure builds, the mind tends to zoom in on the problem, making it feel bigger and more urgent than it actually is. But taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture can change everything. Ask yourself, will this decision still matter a year from now, 5 years from now? What is the absolute worst that can happen? More often than not, the worst-case scenario is not as catastrophic as it seems, and once you remove that fear, decision-making becomes easier. Great decision-makers also understand the power of simplification. Complexity is the enemy of clarity. When faced with a difficult choice, break it down, strip away unnecessary details, eliminate distractions, and focus only on the core issue. What are the most important variables? What truly matters? When you simplify a decision, you reduce the mental load, allowing you to act with more confidence and precision. Under pressure, some people freeze, but the best performers rise. Why? Because they train themselves to see pressure as an opportunity rather than a threat. Instead of thinking, "What if I fail?" they ask, "What can I learn?" Instead of fearing mistakes, they embrace them as stepping stones to growth. Instead of dreading the moment, they welcome it as a chance to prove their strength. And this is the mindset you must develop. Because life will throw pressure at you. It will put you in situations where the stakes are high, where time is short, where you are forced to act without certainty. You will not always have the luxury of waiting, You will not always have perfect information, but you will always have yourself, your mind, your instincts, your courage, and that is enough. The world does not belong to those who wait for the perfect moment. It belongs to those who take action, who trust themselves, who step forward even when they are unsure. Every time you make a decision under pressure, you become stronger. You build resilience. You develop a skill that separates leaders from followers, champions from spectators. So the next time pressure is closing in on you, do not shrink, do not run, stand tall, breathe deep, look the situation in the eye and remind yourself, I was made for this. Then, make your decision, trust yourself, move forward, because in the end, it is not about avoiding pressure, it is about mastering it. And when you do that, there is nothing you cannot achieve.